Now, the truth of the matter is that you don't always have to use two different colors in your space. You can use just one color and you can and still achieve a very beautiful space. Hello, welcome back to Bezalel. My name is Jade. On today's video, we'll be talking about colors. I'll be talking about the color wheel. I'll make you understand or make sense of what the color wheel is all about. And we're talking about how you can choose a color scheme for your home, different things that you can do and what to look out for and what to avoid when choosing a color scheme for your home. I believe colors are important. I believe colors make the foundation, the canvas for your space. So it's important that you choose the right type of color for your home before even thinking about furniture, art, and all of that. Let's talk about the color wheel. The color wheel, I'm sure you must have seen it all over the internet. It's a wheel that has 12 different colors, the primary colors, the secondary colors, and the tertiary colors. If you remember your primary school and talk about primary colors, secondary colors, and the tertiary colors, that's what the color scheme is all about. And the beauty of the wheel is that it sort of arranges the colors in such a way that looking at it, you can have an idea of which color goes with which color, and that also helps you combine your colors. If you look on the screen, you can see that it has different colors. So if you look at it with the guidance of the color wheel, you're able to understand which color goes with what and which one doesn't go with what. So I think it's important that before you even embark on painting your space, you have a look at this wheel and gain some insight on how to combine your colors. So if you look at the wheel carefully, you will see that the colors are in different groups. So you have the warm colors on one side and the cool colors on one side. So what does that mean? The cool colors are the ones that invoke this feeling of calmness. So where you have your green, your blues, and your purples. Those are your very cool colors. And when you use those type of colors in your space, it makes your space feel very calm, very mindful, just very lovely, just like rain. That's what it makes you feel. When you use the warm colors like the red, the yellow, the oranges, your space feel a bit warmer, like sunshine. Before I go further, I want to just clarify some certain terms. And I think it's quite important we understand these terms so that when you're trying to choose a color scheme, you're able to understand what color is what. Now, there are different types of colors, but whatever colors you've seen or you've heard with their strange names, they all come from either your primary colors, secondary colors, or tertiary colors. The early color you see in this world, they come from all these colors. They come from a mixture of all of these colors. So do not bother your head about trying to understand the name of a color. Is it aquamarine? Is it ewedu green? Is it blood red? Don't bother yourself. Colors all come from these 12. All the colors you see in the world or in painting or in your fabric, they all come from these 12 complementary colors. They come from mixing these different types of the primary and secondary colors. And if you are concerned about getting a particular shade of a color, you need to understand what certain terms mean. So you need to understand what shade means, what tint, and what tones mean. So what does a shade of a color mean? What does a tone of a color mean? And what does a tint of a color mean? So for example, let's take blue for example. Blue can come in different tones, different tints, and different shades. So what's a tint of blue? A tint of blue is when you take blue in its original form, and then you add white to it. You add white until you get different tints of blue. So your colors like your light blue, your baby blue, marine blue, your sea blue, turquoise blue, they all come from adding white to blue in different level of concentration. When you talk about the shade of blue, it's when you add black to blue. So you take a black paint or a black color and you add it to an original color of blue. So you get a darker shade of that blue. Colors like your navy blue, your dark blue, they all come from adding black to blue. And then you have tone. So tone is when you had a gray color to blue. So what it does that it gives the blue a gray undertone. And again, you can get different types of color depending on how much paint, how much of either black you add to it, or either white paint or gray paint. That's how we get the different shades of blue that we have or you're seeing all about the world. And I think it's important that we understand this, because if if you live in Nigeria, most times and you're trying to save money, you might not have access to the different variety of paint colors. You might not have access to different shades of a particular color that you want. So you might see maybe you might see a particular shade of or tint of green on the internet that you love, but you can't seem to get that exact paint color when you want to buy your paint. You need to just understand, okay, what type of green is it? Is it a tint of green? Is it a shade of green? Or is it a tone of green? So if you're trying to get like maybe a particular type of green that you think is a bit lighter than the usual green that you see around, or you can't seem to get that particular shade, you can actually just add white paint and keep mixing it so you get the particular one that you want. Or you could add black paint to get a darker tone of green that you want. So just understand what you want. Do I want a much more darker tone of a color, or do I want a lighter tone of a color? So if you can't get that exact type in the market, just add either white, gray, or black, and you achieve that particular shade, tone, or tint that you want. So we've understood the tint, we understand tones and shade. So how do you go about picking colors for your space? First of all, you want to be sure what type of feeling do I want in the space. Do I want the space to feel warm? Do I want the space to feel cool? And that's important. It helps to eliminate the the numerous options that are available for you. So as a general rule, it's up to you really. Places like your living room, your bedroom, it's really better you go for cool colors. While places like your kitchen, your children's playroom, your children's room, the office, you could go for warm colors. So if, for example, you say, okay, I want my living room to feel cool, I want it to feel, I want it to have a sense of calmness or serenity. That means you start thinking about colors you start looking at things like blue and your greens, maybe a bit of a purple. It depends on the type of purple you're going for. So there's some purples that have like a blue undertone. I mean, they have a bit of blue in them. Those ones are a bit cooler. But there's some purples that have like a red undertone, so they have a bit of red. They have more red in them. Those ones are a bit warmer. So the type of purple you are going for. So not all purples are the same. So there's some purples that are very cool, while some are very warm. And you can tell by just looking at it. Some purples look more blue than red, while some purples look more red than blue. You understand? So looking for those type of those colors would help you decide, okay, I want to go for the cool colors, wait for the blues or the greens or the purples. I want to go for the warm colors and wait for the yellows, for the oranges, or for the red purples, depending on what exactly you want. You need to establish how you want the space to feel before you even choose that color. Decide, okay, I want to go with one particular color. How do I know which color to combine it with? Now the truth of the matter is that you don't always have to use two different colors in your space. You can use just one color and you can still achieve a very beautiful space. So you can decide to just work with blue in your space and your space will look really lovely. What you won't do is that you will not work with the same shade of blue. So you're going to work with different shades of blue, different tints of blue, and different tones of blue in your space. We call that color scheme a monochromatic color scheme. So you have like just one color, but they come in different shades and tones and things. It's really very lovely. and it's really easy to put together, and you don't have the headache of trying to think, do I look for yellow, do I look for which one? It's very beautiful. And if you don't want to do one color, you want to do two colors, and you're thinking, okay, I don't want to do two, I want two different colors, not just one. How do I combine which? Now there's something called the complementary colors. If you look at your color wheel, complementary colors are colors that are opposite each other in the color wheel. For example, blue and yellow are opposite each other in the color wheel. So that means that you can actually combine blue and yellow in a space. It doesn't have to be like the original blue and the primary yellow color. It could be different shades of blue combined with different shades of yellow, different shades of blue combined with a different tint of yellow, or different tones of blue combined with a different shade of yellow. Do you get? So you can mix yellow and blue in your space, but you work with different shades of those colors. So you could do light blue, light yellow, dark blue, dark yellow. You can do dark yellow, dark blue, or light blue, dark yellow. Just play around with those things and see which one you like. That's really it. Now if you've looked at the colors that are opposite and you don't like these combinations, there are colors that sit beside each other. Blue and green, they are just right beside each other. You can combine those in your space. Purple and red is that they just sit right beside each other in the color wheel. So you can combine those colors together in your space. Now, how exactly do you combine colors? There's something called the 70-30 rule. Some people don't use it, but most designers don't like it, or some don't like it, but I'll share with you so that you can just use that to help you create a nice color scheme. The 70-30 rule means that if you're taking two colors, if you're using two colors in your space, one has to be a dominant color. So one color will take up 70% of your space, while the other color will take about 30% of your space. And usually the color you put on your wall is usually your dominant color most of the time, while the colors you use for your accessories, for your furniture, for your ornaments will be your complete, but will be the second one, the one that takes 30%. And it's important you decide which one you want. So if you want to do blue and yellow and you're painting your wall blue, it means that you're going to evoke a cool feeling in your space, but you're still infusing a bit of yellow for a bit of warmness. That makes sense. So that's it. So you could paint your walls blue. You could do a different shade of blue for your curtains, or even a mixture of blue and yellow curtains. Your furniture doesn't necessarily have to, be blue and yellow. They could be neutral colors like gray, like white if you don't have kids, or black or brown, depending on what you want. Cream or neutral. I would say your furniture, especially your sofa, go with neutral colors. Don't try and get very creative with them, just in case you change your mind. You don't want to buy a new sofa every time you want to change colors. So for your large furniture like your sofa, go with very neutral colors that can go with any color scheme. If you want to infuse colors, you can use your accent chairs to bring pop of colors into your space. So your accent chairs can come in different colors that fits your color scheme. That's important. Now if you want to work with three colors, that's fine. There's also like a color scheme where you can take three colors that sit side by side on the color scheme and combine them in your space. If you're not exactly sure how to use them, just Google those colors on Pinterest and take different pictures, download them, and create a mood board for yourself. It gives you an idea of what exactly you like. If you're not sure, just keep downloading pictures that you like and try and see what is constant. So if you find yourself that you keep downloading spaces that have like a particular shade of blue and yellow, or a particular shade of green and yellow or something, then it's most likely you're tilting towards that color scheme. So a mood board will really help you in understanding what you want and having like a visual representation of your space. If you can understand your color wheel, understand the cool and the warm colors, understand how you want to make your space feel based on the color you use, then you use the color wheel to guide you on your various color combination. I particularly like canvas. Canvas is quite good. It has a very nice color where you can just choose different shades of colors and see how they look like in your skin, how they look like, and it gives you a visual insight of how these colors will look when combined. So like I said, your dominant color will be your wall color. The 30% color would be the ones used for your accessories, for your throw pillows, for your curtains, for your rugs, and all of that. I hope you find this video helpful so far. If you have questions, or you have comments, or you have any further insight that you can share, put it in the comment section, and I'll also be reading. So I see you in my next video. Do have a very lovely day or a lovely time. Thank you. Bye.